Welcome to the Applied Library, where we revisit great books through time, culture, and critique, and extract practical wisdom you can apply in your life. Today we're exploring a fascinating work by the French psychologist and pharmacist, Émile Coué, called Self-Mastery Through Conscious Autosuggestion, published in England in 1920. Coué was a pioneer of modern self-development. He noticed that people's beliefs about themselves often had a greater impact on their health and habits than the treatments they received. His method was simple, elegant, and surprisingly powerful. By the end of this episode, you'll understand how your own mind can help shape your reality, gently, intentionally, and effectively. Émile Coué lived at a turning point in human history. Science was advancing rapidly, medicine was becoming more technical, and yet something subtle was being overlooked. Coué was trained as a pharmacist, not a mystic. He worked with patients daily, dispensing medicines, remedies, and treatments. But over time, he noticed something unsettling. Patients receiving the same treatment often experienced very different outcomes. Some improved rapidly. Others did not improve at all. And the difference was not always biological. It was psychological. Those who believed in their recovery, who expected improvement, often improved faster. Those who doubted, who feared failure, often stagnated. Coué realized that medicine alone was not acting. Belief was acting with it. This insight led him to a quiet revolution. What if the mind itself could become a therapeutic instrument? Coué began experimenting, gently, ethically, patiently. He noticed that suggestion worked best when it was simple, repeated, emotionally neutral, and believable. He called this process autosuggestion. Suggestion given by the self to the self. Not hypnosis. Not force. Not willpower. But influence. At the center of his system stood one simple sentence. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. This phrase was not chosen randomly. It was positive but not extreme. General, not specific. Gentle, not demanding. It bypassed resistance. It did not argue with the conscious mind. It slipped quietly into the subconscious. Coué understood something profound. The subconscious accepts repetition more readily than logic. Coué's theory rests on a clear psychological distinction. The conscious mind analyzes, questions, doubts, resists. The subconscious mind accepts, records, executes, influences habits, emotions, and bodily processes. The mistake most people make is trying to change themselves through force. They say, I must stop. I must try harder. I must control myself. But effort strengthens resistance. Coué famously observed, when the imagination and the will are in conflict, the imagination always wins. This is not weakness. It is how the mind is structured. Autosuggestion works with the subconscious, not against it. Coué was clear. Willpower is overrated. When you strain, you signal difficulty. When you struggle, you reinforce the idea of failure. Autosuggestion works because it removes struggle. You are not commanding the mind. You are inviting it. The subconscious responds to images, feelings, and repetition, not arguments. This is why Coué insisted on relaxed posture, calm repetition, emotional neutrality, no pressure, no urgency, just rhythm. Coué's method is almost disarmingly simple. Here's the classical practice. 1. Choose one short positive phrase. Example, I'm getting better every day. 2. Repeat it twice daily. Morning and evening when the mind is receptive. 3. Repeat for 5 minutes. Aloud or silently without strain. 4. Let go of effort. No forcing belief, no emotional dramatization. 5. Remain consistent. Daily repetition matters more than intensity. Coué often recommended using a string of beads to maintain rhythm, not focus. The goal is not concentration. The goal is absorption. One of Coué's most radical insights was this: imagination shapes reality more powerfully than reasoning. When you imagine improvement, the body adjusts posture, breath, muscle tone. When you imagine failure, the nervous system tightens. Autosuggestion feeds the imagination constructive images, not fantasies, not denial, but direction. This is why the phrase is general. It allows the subconscious to apply it where needed. Coué never claimed autosuggestion was magic. He warned against unrealistic affirmations, forced positivity, denial of reality. The subconscious resists statements it finds absurd. Autosuggestion works best when phrases feel possible. It complements action. It does not replace it. Coué's genius was humility. Today, Coué's ideas echo everywhere. Cognitive behavioral therapy, visualization techniques, affirmation practices, placebo research. Modern neuroscience confirms what Coué intuited. Repeated thought patterns reshape neural pathways. He was early, not naive. Try this experiment for 1 week. Choose one phrase. Repeat it gently. Observe without expectation. Notice mood shifts. Self-talk changes. Emotional tone. Autosuggestion is not dramatic. It is cumulative. To summarize, Émile Coué taught that small, consistent, positive thoughts, repeated daily, can gradually transform your life. Try it this week. Pick your phrase, repeat it, and notice subtle shifts in your mindset. The process is simple, but the impact can be profound. Thanks so much for joining us at the Applied Library. Next time, we'll explore another work of self-development and psychology, extracting lessons you can apply immediately. Until then, keep learning, keep reflecting, and keep applying knowledge in your life. Thank you again, and don't forget to subscribe.